Welcome to the Awakened Human Podcast, the place to be for highly progressive yet extremely grounded intuitive guidance, energetic support, metaphysical tools, and higher consciousness for highly successful, ambitious, soul-centered visionaries and leaders like you who want to make a global impact and achieve your highest fulfillment by aligning with your soul's true divine agenda and your role in God's plan of lighted creation, and by utilizing your divine gifts, talents, and abilities from the higher realms. We do this by working with the non-physical realms of higher guidance, energy, intuition, and powerful metaphysical tools for healing and transformation. We understand that the real change and transformation that's being called for on planet Earth and in our own lives and our own businesses doesn't come from outside of us, but rather from within. And that the change that we desire to experience in our lives and in our world requires us to change from the inside. I'm your host, Lori Ann Spagna. I'm a best-selling author, spiritual catalyst, intuitive, energy worker, ascension guide, multidimensional channel, animal communicator, visionary, lightworker, and luminary. I have dedicated my entire professional life to helping thousands and thousands of humans and animals all over the world in service and contribution to the light, which is the expansion, the upliftment, the evolution of humanity, to awaken, to uplift, and to align with our true divine source, which exists within each and every one of us. It is my passion, joy, and purpose to share this information, energy, and consciousness with you. Thank you so much for being here today and for sharing time with me. Let's get started.
Blessings, you beautiful soul. It's Lori Ann Spagna here with you today for another podcast episode. Today's topic is when saying I love you is trite. I want to share this today because as you can hear, and if you listened to last week's episode, which was a really good one for overgivers, please don't miss it. It was a really good episode, but it's because I'm at a week after the Conscious Life Expo, and I did so much talking and sharing, and it's very loud, and a lot of music, and a lot of noise, and a lot of travel, hotel air, and my voice is still recovering. So please forgive me for the raspy voice. Hopefully you will. Hopefully you'll see it as some of my friends call it sexy voice. So I'm okay with that. That's kind of nice, right? But I think a new voice, in fact, I have a knowing that a new voice is coming through. So stay tuned for that in future episodes. For today, we're going to talk about when saying I love you is trite. So I want to share this because it's been one of those things, right? In a lot of spiritual circles, we are taught, like this is a very standard teaching, and I'm definitely an advocate of it. We're taught to say the words I love you to people, especially if and when there's a conflict, or if and when there's tension or resistance. And actually, I'm a big advocate of that, but I advocate doing it silently. And there's a reason why. Because a lot of times when we say I love you, we're saying it as like a panacea or as a band-aid. It happened to me this weekend. This is why. I was at the expo. I was at someone's booth, one of the gifted healers that I know. And I was having a conversation about something, going on. And the person there was four of us in the conversation. So one of the people who did not know me was offering information that I felt a resistance to. The resistance was on my end, but it was because within me, I have a thing like, I've been around the block and I don't need level 1 information, right? And I know that might sound arrogant to some people, but it's just like, if you've been around the block, and you're a seasoned spiritual healer, teacher, and someone offers you something that you learned 10 years ago, it starts to become, and you're, especially if you're trying to kind of like accomplish something, it starts to be like, thank you. So I looked at this person, I said, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because that's my response when someone's giving me something that I really don't need. I try to remove the resistance in the way and just thank them. Thank you. I said, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. But this person kept interjecting and kind of interfering, I felt like, in the conversation. And so I repeatedly would look at this person and say, thank you so much. And this person understood that I was sort of like shutting them down in a sense, because they weren't, an idiot. They were just offering me something that was very basic. They didn't know who they were talking to. We were strangers. So this person, as a panacea, offered me, I love you. And at that moment, I looked at this person and I said, it's coming across as very trite. Are you saying it for me or for you? I asked this person, are you saying that for me or for you? Because I didn't know. I honestly didn't know if this person was saying that because they recognized the energy was the subtlest resistance, as much as I was attempting to not resist, right? But there was a pushing. This person's energy was pushing on me because this person felt the need to push their wisdom on me, which I did not need because I already knew. I already had that. It wasn't helpful. And so when this person said, I love you, it came across as trite, a panacea. So I wasn't sure. So I asked, was this message of I love you for you or for me? Meaning, was it because you recognized that there was resistance? Or did you think that I needed to hear that? And at that point, the person said, it's a vibration. I said, I understand vibration. It did not come across as the vibration of love. It came across as the vibration of being trite. I was not sure. I understand any energy and vibration. So what I'm saying here is, I'm a big advocate of saying I love you wherever there is resistance or any form of struggle or conflict. And I wasn't sure if that was what that person was attempting to do, or if that person believed that I needed to hear that. Or I still wasn't sure, but the energy did not come across as love. I can receive love. I know what love is. So when someone just says it like that out loud, and it's not really deeply rooted in love, anyone who really understands the energy of love is going to recognize the inauthenticity of it. Let me share another example. 3 or 4, no, it was more than that. Well, it was like 5 years ago. I was in Sedona. I was packing to leave. I had lived there for, almost a year. I was packing up to leave, and there was a woman that I had given a lot of stuff to and been there for, and she was supposed to come over and help me pack. And there wasn't a lot to pack, but there were a few things I needed help with. They just like sticking a carpet into a box because I was going to ship this carpet home that I really loved. And I needed someone to help me fold it up. Anyway, she never came, and she ended up blowing me off. And there was some kind of conflict, a little bit of conflict. And because she didn't honor her agreement, she didn't honor her word, she flaked out. I honestly, that's one of the things that I don't like that. If you're going to do something, say you're going to do it. Honor your agreement, honor your commitment, honor your word, right? That's a whole separate conversation. And she was deciding not to. And so as a way to compensate, she said, I love you. But it was completely trite. It was not sincere. It was not from the heart. It was because on a certain level, she didn't honor her word. She didn't honor her agreement. She came over, took all kinds of gifts. She was happy to take all the things I wasn't taking with me. And the one thing I asked her for help with was to help me get that rug in the box. And when she flaked out because there was nothing in it for her anymore, that was the parting remedy. She was going to leave. I love you. But it did not come across from the heart. So here's what I'm suggesting. Energy knows truth. Energy knows. And if the words I love you are offered as some form of panacea or some kind of band-aid, if they're not really coming from the heart, seasoned or even non-seasoned love knows the difference. So what I encourage you to do when there's some form of conflict or struggle or resistance, say the words, but say them from your heart. I love you. I love you. I love you. And If there is conflict or challenge, you might choose to say them silently because the soul will still hear it. The soul is completely telepathic. The higher self will still hear it. The higher self is completely telepathic. So if you just silently say, I love you, and by the way, if there is conflict, you can add on, Ho'oponopono, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I forgive you, let's choose forgiveness. I send you love, I wish you peace. Like those are all statements that could be associated with Ho'oponopono, although the 4 statements of Ho'oponopono are, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I forgive you, I love you. Thank you. It's actually the 5th statement. You can say those, and if you say them silently, they will be received, and they won't be received as trite. And you will start to learn within your own resonance the frequency of real love, rather than offering a trite statement that you've learned through the left analytical brain. Because when it comes from the brain, left analytical brain, it does not carry the same real, true, authentic frequency as when it comes from the depth of the heart. The heart knows truth. And real, true love, the frequency of love, does not come from the brain or from just the words, I love you, or saying those words with the brain. It comes through the heart. So I invite you next time, anytime, that there's any form of resistance, struggle, conflict, challenge, difficulty, to drop down into your heart and say it silently so that it's not trite. So that when you do say it out loud, it really is true and not trite. I hope this is helpful today. No matter what, your way, however you're learning, however you're growing, I support and assist you. And I truly, sincerely do wish you your most benevolent best. And I'm going to sign off for now. I'm sending you so much love. I am wishing you your very best on your journey. Okay, farewell for now. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for listening today. If you loved the show and if you benefited in any way, if it helped you to up-level or expand your consciousness, if you gained any new insights or ideas, if it made you think or become more aware, or if there were some strategies or intuition that you may have benefited from in any way, would you please do me 2 easy and simple favors? First, if you would be willing to leave a review, it would mean the world to me. I'd be so grateful. And second, if you're willing to share this show with anyone else who would benefit, you can either post it on your social media or just email it to someone and share it with another person or any other people. It would be so awesome. This kind of thing is so helpful in expanding consciousness on the planet and helping others to benefit from this kind of teaching, which just simply isn't generally readily available in the mainstream. So sharing it really helps others benefit and helps our planet evolve and awaken. Plus, expressing gratitude and generosity in this way will also expand your capacity to give and receive even more. Either way, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for participating and for sharing, and overall, just for being the magnificent, the spectacular, the brilliant, the fabulous, the wonderful you that you truly are, and for allowing yourself to be the very best version of you today and every day. All my love and gratitude to you.